One of the things you have to understand about wealth is it's really not just built, wealth is not really just built by, people. Some people will say you have to work smart, then some people will say, oh, you have to work hard. Well, the truth is the smartest people are not always the richest people. The hardest working people are not always the richest people. Someone made an illustration that if wealth was built by hard work, the person who is pushing the wheelbarrow would be one of the richest people because they work so hard. And then someone said that, oh, if wealth is built by just being smart, the smartest person will always be the richest person, right? But wealth is built with more than a combination of smart and hard work, right? Hard work is critical for succeeding in any industry. Smartness is also critical. But there's the place of positioning. Most people call it being at the right place at the right time. There's that place. There's something my mentor used to say, that environment is key to success. There are certain skills you will have that will never thrive in certain atmosphere. And it's not because you're not talented enough. It's not because there's a witch somewhere trying to suppress you. No. It's just because there is a system of that environment. That environment does not support that kind of growth. And there's just so much there's just so high that you could rise in that environment. No matter how well skilled you are in agriculture, there are certain grounds that certain plants cannot grow in. Why is it that we don't have apple tree all around everywhere as much as we love apples? Right? Because there's an environment for that seed. Environment is critical for the flourishing or for the thriving of not just idea, but individuals, personalities. Which is where, my mentor, John Obidi, would always say that there are certain industries that you'd be in that it is very critical for you to be in certain states of this country. If you even want to take it a little bit further, there are certain skills that you would have that you can only maximize in certain economy of the world, different from where you were born and where you were raised. Smart work is critical to building wealth. Hard work is critical to building wealth. But there's also the place of positioning. There's also the place of being at the right environment for your idea, being at the right environment for your genius, your skill, your talent, the things that you could do. There are certain environments that have higher appreciation for who you are, for what you have, what you can do, than other environments. I don't want to mention names and, try to mention cities so we don't make this controversial and you miss the point of this conversation. But you must always look out for those environments. Look within your neighbor. A couple of days ago, I had a conversation with one of the teenagers that, I played the role of a mentor to, we were speaking about the skill that she wants to choose, right? And we had quite an intense conversation. And one of she just told me the skill that she wanted to go to pursue, the career she wanted to pursue. And one of the questions I asked her was, can you mention the 7 wealthy people in that industry that you want to pursue? And she was like, I don't know 7 wealthy people. So my question was now, what makes you feel like you're going to be very wealthy in that industry that you want to pursue? And it's quite critical. Thinking that way, having that understanding is quite important for whatever career path. Whether you're a parent and you're choosing a career for your children, you have to think about it in that dimension. Whether you're into a particular industry and you're looking for where to set up why do you think that most tech companies want to set up their headquarters, especially in the United States, in Palo Alto? Right? Why do you think most tech companies in Nigeria want to have an office in Lagos? Because Lagos, for instance, is the center of commerce. There's no way you want to move around it. You have to understand the environment that supports your growth. You take the fish, put the fish on a dry ground. No matter how much the fish can swim, it cannot swim on the dry ground. You take the lion, run fiercely, or the cheetah, run fiercely, put them in the river. They can't run because there's an environment that allows for their skill, their talent to thrive. So work hard, work smart, but make sure you are rightly positioned. Look out for the environment that supports your growth, that supports your success, and support what you're trying to build as a person or in your industry.